So tell me, if you will, what you found when you went to your first IRB meeting or set out to learn what the IRB was like at Children's. How many people and how
Right.
many protocols and what would the rhythm of the meeting be like?
So the rhythm of the meeting, it was really interesting. The hospital had been functioning with an ethics type of review committee, and it actually morphed from other types of clinical research ethics issues. I mean, they sort of used it for a lot of things before it was actually mandated as an IRB. And I remember that I was extremely impressed by the sensitivity of everyone around the room and the thought. And I have to say they really debated a lot, debated ethics. And it's interesting to think about that because you'll talk to people now and say, "Oh, the good old days when we didn't have to deal with all the, administrative types of things. We could really sit and talk about the ethics." And that's what I found. That's what I found. Now, perhaps I've always at the hospital that I'm at, I've been very fortunate, and that's I think one of the reasons that I've never left, is that the culture of ethics is so ingrained in what they do. And it was there from day one. It was there before there were shutdowns. It was there before, there were other mandates and complexity and administrative things. It was there. It was in the core of the hospital. And so that made it very easy and interesting, and was a great way really to learn the ethics piece and to appreciate the importance of the ethics. The Lots of the other stuff came later, and it's certainly important, but I think that was a lot of my training and exposure to that. There were, 10 or 12 people. It was always set up that when they started the committee, they took the most senior people and respected people because they wanted it to feel important and for it to be recognized and have the clout. Um, that's sometimes changed over the years with IRBs because you want the least busy person or someone who doesn't have a committee. Everyone's very good. But it was very interesting the way that when I look back at who was on the committee, it was department heads. It was very strong and reputable people who were on the committee. And they reviewed a lot of things. Not all that dissimilar to the process used today. And certainly there was always a lot of research going on at the hospital. So there was no shortage of work.